Welcome to Simply Sports Science, your go-to channel for making PE, sport and exercise science simple, clear and genuinely useful. When exercise ends, the body doesn't simply switch back to normal straight away. Instead, it goes through a powerful and important recovery phase where it works hard behind the scenes to restore balance. This process is known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC. EPOC describes the extra oxygen the body needs after exercise to return to its resting state. It's the reason your breathing stays deeper, your heart rate stays elevated, and your body continues to feel warm even when you stopped moving. In simple terms, it's the recovery cost of your hard work. The bigger the challenge during exercise, the bigger the oxygen cost afterwards. To understand EPOC, we first need to look at what happens at the start of exercise. When you begin moving, your body cannot immediately supply the amount of oxygen your muscles need. It takes time for breathing rate, heart rate, and oxygen delivery to catch up with the demands of the activity. During this delay, the body relies on anaerobic energy sources such as stored ATP and phosphocreatine. This early gap between oxygen demand and oxygen supply is what we call oxygen deficit. The size of the oxygen deficit has a direct effect on the size of EPOC. A short, easy activity produces a small deficit, which means only a small amount of recovery is needed. But as exercise intensifies, like sprinting, heavy lifting, or hard interval training, it creates a much bigger deficit, and the body must work harder and longer afterwards to return us to normal. EPOC is usually divided into two parts, the fast component and the slow component. The fast component, sometimes described as the immediate recovery phase, takes place within the first few minutes after exercise. During this time, the body focuses on restoring what was used at the start of movement. It replenishes ATP and phosphocreatine stores, it reoxygenates the blood and muscle tissues, and it normalizes our breathing. This component is rapid and very efficient. It explains why even after a short sprint, you breathe heavily for a brief period before settling down again. But the fast component is only half of the picture. When exercise has been more intense, prolonged or anaerobic, a second recovery phase becomes important. We know this as the slow component of EPOC. The slow component takes much longer, sometimes lasting up to several hours depending on the training session. During this phase, the body handles the deeper physiological changes caused by hard exercise. It removes carbon dioxide from the bloodstream, it restores our glycogen stores, and deals with the heart and hormonal changes produced during activity. The body may also break down and convert the lactate that builds up during high-intensity efforts, and all of this requires oxygen, which keeps breathing and heart rate elevated well after the workout has finished. Another major part of the slow component is temperature control. During hard exercise, body temperature rises. Warmer muscles use energy faster, and this increases oxygen demand during recovery. Once exercise stops, the body continues to expend extra oxygen to cool itself and restore normal enzyme activity. Hormones also play a role. Exercise increases levels of adrenaline and other stimulating hormones that raise metabolism. These hormones do not just drop instantly when exercise stops, which means the body continues to burn more oxygen and more energy during recovery. Together, these processes explain why EPOC is higher after high-intensity or resistance-based exercise than after gentle aerobic exercise. A slow jog creates some oxygen deficit, but the recovery is small and short-lived. A series of sprints, however, creates a much larger deficit and disrupts homeostasis more dramatically, which in turn leads to a much bigger and longer EPOC. Understanding EPOC also helps explain why interval training and strength training can be so effective for improving fitness. These types of exercise produce significant EPOC, meaning the body continues to use extra energy long after the workout is over. For athletes, it highlights the importance of matching recovery strategies to the intensity of training. For coaches, it helps guide the design of sessions that target specific adaptations. But the most important concept is that EPOC is the pathway back to homeostasis. It's the body's steady internal balance restoring. During exercise, almost every system in the body is pushed out of its resting state. Heart rate rises, breathing increases, temperature climbs, and energy stores are disrupted. EPOC is the process that puts everything back the way it belongs. Without it, the body would not recover effectively and performance would decline over time. So while exercise might stop when you cross the finish line or step off the treadmill, the body's work is far from done. The fast component restores immediate energy and oxygen needs, whilst the slow component takes care of deeper recovery tasks like cooling the body, balancing hormones, clearing byproducts, and rebuilding fuel stores. Together they return the body to homeostasis and prepare it for its next challenge. EPOC reminds us that recovery isn't passive, it's an active, energy-demanding process that highlights just how remarkable human physiology really is. Thanks for watching Simply Sports Science. If you found this helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our IB Sports Science content. We've got revision guides, exam tips and clear explanations to help you be successful. And don't forget to visit us at www.simplysportscience.co.uk. Join us again next time where we'll keep making sports science simple.